Hi and welcome to spooky season. Hi and welcome back to Polymer Clay channel. So today we're starting spooky season, and although I don't have any decorations up at the moment, I really should. I can't find my pumpkin. I did make a flat one a really long time ago. It was quite big. Cannot find it. I probably should look harder. However, if you see it next week, the next week's video, you might see it. But I am now going to do Halloween decorations, and we are starting with skulls. This includes 2 magnets and some earrings. Can you believe it? I made some jewellery. So here we go. Thanks for watching the tutorial. So this is the show and tell part where I talk about what I made, what I liked, what I didn't like, and basically how you can do better. And I make some weird stuff out of polymer clay. Quite often I will film, have just an idea of what I'm making, I haven't planned it out, and I just make it and I carry on filming. And that is the best way that you can learn, because I learn and I think, oh, I could have done it that way. And sometimes this show and tell part also does that. I think, yeah, I could have done that. Why didn't I do that? But anyway, I'm now going to show you what I made and let's have a chat about them. First one I'm going to show you, and they're going in order of my favourite, I think. So this is the creepy skull magnet. I basically just went with it. I had a scrap piece of grey clay and I thought, what am I going to do with this? I'll put some holes in it, put a creepy mouth and some nose, and then I ended up with a skull. As you can see, the shape is kind of got a square bit at the bottom and it goes round, and that's literally the shape of a skull. That's how I do it. Nice deep holes for the eyes, two funny looking shapes for the nose, and then a stripe with lots of lines for the mouth. Now this is a really simple design and it works brilliantly. And you can make things like this as creepy as possible. So you don't have to make everything perfect. You can take some chunks out of the edges like I've done here, and here and here, and then you can put some scratches on it and you could literally have so much fun. The thing that I've done with this one is use soft chalks in the blackest black that I could find to make it really deep, and then I put it all in these areas here and then wiped it off really quickly with a baby wipe, and then it means the dark colours stay inside the cuts rather than on the outside, and then literally you can have fun with the rest. So on the here I had some glitter. I got some glitter out and I love it. So I put some black glitter around the side there, some purple, you'll see that twinkling. I absolutely love this glitter. Now this glitter is from a company called Smiley's Glitter Store. I swear by them, they are absolutely brilliant. It is makeup grade glitter, so it's designed to go on your face and I guess for sort of I don't know, makeup, or I guess Halloween. It is brilliant for polymer clay because you get some cool like effects. So with this one, look at this, it's really holographic, it twinkles, so when it moves it just shines up and I absolutely love it. So the majority of the glitter that I do use is from Smiley's Glitter Store. They are linked in the description. Sadly, they are in the UK. I don't know if they do international delivery or not, but if they do, you've got to get some because it is absolutely wonderful stuff. And I've been buying from them for a really long time. So these little gems here, these weren't from Smiley's Glitter Store. I forget where I got them from, probably like a cheap makeup store in near where I live. I just bought a little tiny jar of them. They're absolutely brilliant. These ones I don't generally put in the oven, but I actually think, now thinking about it, I did this time, and I don't normally because they're plastic. So what I would suggest is you put them on in the unbaked clay, make a mark, flick them off, and then super glue them on after. That is the best way. But the rest of it all goes in the oven, the glitter included, because it is just absolutely brilliant. I know for a fact that this glitter here did come from a local shop. This I love because it catches the light and it absolutely looks brilliant. But anyway, so that is as simple as that. I've got some magnets on it, so it's ready to go, and I'm going to stick that on my fridge. I have still got my last one that I made, and I'm just going to show you that. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but this was the one that I made a few years ago now, and that is, look, it's still surviving. Nothing's fell off it or anything. And I didn't want to do the same thing again. I wanted to do something a bit different. If I'd have just copied, I could have just copied this, but I don't know, where's the fun in that? So I made something a bit different, as you would have seen. But yeah, so that was the last one that I made, and I wanted to make these ones a little bit different. You'll get to my favourite in a minute. But this is unusual for me. I've made some earrings. So these are spooky skull earrings made in exactly the same way, just two holes, weird shape for the nose, and some lines for the mouth. And then the only other thing I did, you may not be able to see these so well on there, but I've got a couple of cuts here and the tiniest sort of marking of glitter. I don't even know if you call it that. And it just twinkles just on the edge, and I don't know why I put it just on the edge, but yeah, actual earrings. I'm going to put these on in a minute. So that obviously there's two of these. Right, let's put them on just to see, because I don't ever make jewellery, so let's go with this. They're gonna look cool. Of course I'm gonna wear them while I'm working. Of course I am. There you go. Spooky earrings. What I should have done was made them in glow in the dark. Not that I work in the dark, but I think they'd look quite cool, but I haven't made any glow in the dark stuff yet. I will be. Haven't got an idea of quite what yet, so if you think of anything that I can make with glow in the dark stuff for a Halloween thing, let me know in the comments. Okay, my favourite, as you well know, because it's missing so far. This is the skull with all this stuff on it. Now with this one I did just roses and some leaves and stuff like that, but I went a little bit far with this one and I don't know where it came from. I just kept going. So let's go close in. There's some vines and some leaves and then some random stuff that I found in a mould that I quite liked, and of course the hat at the back, you've got to have a hat. And then some more like vines with the sort of, I don't know, purple tiny little dots, and also glitters, and then a big bow. I like to make my bows droopy. I didn't used to do that, but now when I make them sort of go down a little bit because I just think it looks cooler like that. And then the ribbon part, just move it slightly away so you can actually still see the skull, because that's kind of why I made it. And then obviously the skull is made in the same way. Now this has got a lot more mica powder on it than any of the others. However, I just love it. I've put some twinkly glitters in here, of course, as well. Some greens here, some purples here, and at the top there. So when it moves slightly, it does catch the light. And then the base part was just a scrap piece of clay that I got, and then put some mica powder on it so it shines it up. So I'm going to give you a nice good close-up so you can see it all, and there'll be some glamour shots at the end. So this is how you make Halloween decorations with polymer clay. And earrings, of course. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching the tutorial. Thanks for watching the tutorial. Why do I struggle saying this still? Thanks for watching the tutorial. So this is the show and tell part where I talk about what I've made, what I liked. I've looked down, didn't I? That's no good. Thanks for watching the tutorial. So this is the show and tell part. Have I got my mic on? Oh, I have. Oh, and this is the grey. Well, I was going to call it a mask. It's not a mask, is it? Magnet. Why, Delilah? It's a creepy mask. No, it isn't. It's a creepy magnet. Ay. We've got a grumbling dog in the background. And then you can literally just have one from that one. You can't bake these in the oven. At least I don't think you can. I don't think I put these in the oven, but I generally put them on afterwards. I can't remember. You'll have to look at the... I can't remember what I'm doing. How do I know? I'm only the person that made them. And then rebake, not rebake them, you know what I mean? Put the... Again, they don't do online delivery, so I'm sorry about that. At some point, when I get big enough, I am actually going to supply glitter. I'd love to do that. I could just be a supplier of glitter and I could say, oh, you know, this is going to be a blooper, isn't it? Anyway, shut up. And that is it. I haven't actually done I don't know, I did put some glitter on it. Oh yeah, I did. God, I don't know what I'm doing here. And then a tiniest piece. So this and these. So this and these is how you make hologram. Oh my god, what language is that? Good grief. What was that and who was I? Ooh, pretty.